immediately shut it down to stop it from happening. They yelling, bro. They yelling. Jesus Christ. I wonder if these people realize how bad it looks sitting around trying to wave a foreign flag to advocate for why they should stay in a country that's not even the flag of.
Morons.
It looks so bad. Looks so bad. They're being honest at least, yeah. One of them. Man. Why are they hooping and hollering? What the hell are you doing? I'm a taxpayer. Jesus. They don't want to listen, they have to shut them down? Yeah, cool. That's fine. That's good. Okay, I'm going to speak now. Okay, alright, anyway. This is like an Xbox Live lobby in real life. This is like a post-game lobby. That's insane. These are adults? Yep. They just yelling at him like crazy. The war in Iraq was fought for Israel. Yeah, so it wasn't fought for the American taxpayer. My freedom wasn't affected by Iraq. My freedom wasn't affected. No, I'm telling you, I opposed the Iraq war. We just went to that next level. It wasn't done for me. They're just yelling over him, man, the whole time. Jesus. They're wilding out. So anyways, there's no anyways, bro. They're not going to stop doing this shit. Anyways. Okay, that's fine. It's hot out. It's hot, yeah. That's fine. That's fine. The war in Iraq wasn't fought for me. You know what's really funny is these two guys, like Kelly's talking to this bald guy, and there's no problem. Thank you for your service. Thank you. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
country or we don't. It's time to choose a side. Reporters are. Tom Homan is here now. Mr. Homan, what happened over the weekend here?
Well, you said exactly right. I came in Wednesday to kick off an operation on Friday, and it was a criminal operation. We served criminal search warrants at several places of businesses. They were involved with money laundering, tax evasion, and customs fraud, bringing in over $86 million of unclaimed imports and skipping on $17 million of terror taxes. And it's a part of a bigger investigation having to do with money flowing to Mexico and Colombia that fund the cartels, the drug cartels. So we were serving arrest warrants. We were serving a criminal search warrant. And that's when the protest started. And as you said earlier, outside this arrest warrant, we arrested 40 illegal aliens working with these businesses. We also arrested significant criminal public safety trades. You mentioned it.
Several 40 people just working there? I wonder how many illegal aliens they actually have working in that city. Like, I wonder what the actual number is. I'm curious.
Child sexual predators, people that committed murder, people that committed
I don't know,
significant domestic violence, and one was a penetration of a foreign object into a young lady. Space? So we took the men and women's lives in those 2 days, made LA much safer. So the mayor should have been thinking ice, the governor should have been making ice. Instead of that, they want to call them terrorists, they want to call them racist, and that rhetoric has caused this protest. And I was there the first 2
I think that he's right about that. That, like, obviously, like, I don't think that they shouldn't be allowed to say that. Like, I don't think it should be illegal, but I think it's bad that they're saying it. Like, the entire idea that, like, it's racist to deport these people, that's crazy, right? It's absolutely crazy, and it's just, again, like, you shouldn't say that, but I disagree with it. And, bro, about 90% of illegal immigrants are housed and employed. They're not migrant homeless camps in LA, is there? I'm not sure, right? I mean, I guess some of them aren't. But yeah, I mean, they have a housing problem. Houses are really expensive, and you've got a bunch of people living in these houses that aren't even supposed to be in the country. I feel like there's a pretty easy solution there.
Nice. It was out of control. The city was burning. Governor Newsom did nothing. The mayor did nothing. So President Trump, God bless him, he sent the National Guard in to save property and save lives. And I salute him for doing it.
Well, you mentioned the governor. He says he wants you to arrest him. Well, what would you arrest him for?
Well, look, I was interviewed by an embassy reporter. He asked about the protesters. So look, they got the right to protest, but they can't cross that line. They can't impede our enforcement efforts. They can't put hands on our officers. They can't knowingly harbor and conceal illegal aliens from us.
It's so obvious. I don't know why people don't get it.
So they cross that line, but we prosecuted. And the question was, well, how about Mayor Bass and Governor Newsom? What if they cross the line? I said, they'll be prosecuted too. Haven't they said for the last 4 years no one's above the law? They cross the line, we'll see prosecution. You and I would be held accountable. They prosecuted President Trump. No one's above the law. That's what they said. Either is the Governor Newsom. If he crosses that line, we'll simply ask the Attorney General to seek prosecution. It wasn't a threat. No one threatened to arrest him. But if he crosses that line and commits a crime, he's no better than anybody else. We'll seek prosecution.
Do you feel like the politicians are extorting you? Extorting the country, because they're saying when ICE leaves, then we'll stop rioting?
They absolutely are. They're saying they're threatening this chaos. They're basically sacrificing everybody's well-being in the city in order to push this narrative. That's exactly what they're doing.
Well, I say, as a matter of fact, we got over 100 teams out today enforcing immigration law, and we're going to flood the zone. I've said for a month, Sanctuary City, you don't want us to arrest these bad guys that you just listed off. We could arrest them in the safety and security of the county jail, but they won't let us into jail. They release them into the community, which means we got to send a whole.
I saw earlier. It's like I don't see how somebody can view that as like this is the better option. It's like how can you not see how unsafe that is?
A bunch of teams in the community to find this dangerous person that don't want to be found. So Sanctuary City is going to get exactly what they don't want. More officers in the community and more officers in worksite. We can't arrest them in jail or arrest them in the community. If we can't arrest them in the community, we're going to increase worksite enforcement operations. We're going to flood the zone. And based on what LA's doing right now, we're going to continue to flood the zone. We're going to be there tonight. We're going to be there tomorrow. We're going to be there every day in the next 4 years, arresting public other states that trade illegal aliens. We're not going to apologize for doing it.
Thank God.
So we're not going anywhere, Jesse. We're going to do the job the American people voted Donald Trump in office for. We're going to make America safe again, one illegal alien criminal at a time. And this is another reason we need a big, beautiful bill passed so we can hire more ICE agents, get more technology, and help us find these people. Look, we got over 20 million illegal
It's
aliens.
crazy what's going to happen is because they're going to use like that Palantir tech and shit and like go like mass surveillance with this because these people don't want to just like hand over the illegal aliens. And people are going to be happy about it too. Like that's it.
In this country, we got less than 5,000 deportation officers. We're outnumbered. You want more criminals taken off the street? You want more efficient operations? Then they need to pass this bill and fund ICE and fund the Border Patrol to keep President Trump's promise to American people.
Yeah, of course. All right, Tom Homan, great speaking with you. Please stay safe, and hopefully all the officers stay safe as well. Thank you so much.
No, the thing is, like with the Patriot Act Part 2, that's what people think is going to happen. I think that is what's going to happen, by the way. So this is a guy even
that we are at this point in society where people come out and think that this is okay.
Yeah.
And then it makes it 100.
Many people took my kids from me, then they bust my bank account. I got so much anger in me, got no way to take it out. Think I'm stuck in a matrix. Where the fuck's my nitrix? Yes, I am a caca like when people fuck on my bitch. Don't say that. I'll go maybe.
Lying to all of us, lying to the media, and purposely using the word peaceful. Well, maybe they should look at their phones or their TVs because I have law enforcement officers that are being shot at, that are being injured, that are being hurt, vehicles being damaged, things being burned, and they're calling it peaceful. It is a disgusting display of partisan politics. I wish they would all just put their phones down, be quiet, and let law enforcement handle this how it should be handled, which is the complete enforcement of law and holding criminals accountable. It's rock.
It's crazy how somebody can be like, no, this guy's a Nazi.
No.
No, this guy's wrong. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yes.
Do that.
No. Oh. Yes. Oh.
Can't do that.
Weapons being thrown at us. Watched multiple vehicles destroyed yesterday by bricks. There are people hauling bricks into this zone and then dropping them off and leaving them there for weapons. And
They literally are making.
Exo. Exo. I'll be right back. I'm back.
I know. You know what? I know. You know.
Those are poisonous, so no one eat them.
Yeah, duh.
Go throw up.
I didn't eat any.
Go throw up. Those are poisonous, so no one eat them.
Yeah, duh. If you want a metal scream, but you're too quiet, it's... Have you dropped?
Dad, Mom, I played fair. And I hope I made you proud.
Aw. Goodbye. You dropped?
Dad, Mom,
Take me to jail! Away from her!
how long will he be in jail?
For stealing TV remotes? Probably 30 days.
I can wait 30 days.
How long for slapping a cop?
6 months.
Take me to jail! Morning ice cream, taking off your blue jeans, dancing at the movies, 'cause it feels so Morning ice cream, Hey guys, I'm Scotty. We're just out here in the blue mat. Yeah, thank you for the 15. Jason, I got you a taco! I got you a taco! Yeah.
Breaking this floor won Queasy this Fortnite tournament. Whilst looting in the early game, a random player was harvesting in Anvil Square and broke this floor. The rest of the match continues on, and Queasy finds himself on top of the lobby on height. As the final zone closes, he only has 25 uses in his med mist, and since players down below are stacked with chug splashes, legendary slurp juices, and more, it's almost certain that he will die to the storm in this game. However, revealed by the broken floor, Queasy spots a med mist, an item that will give him 15 additional seconds in zone. He kinetic blades down into zone, picks it up, and outlasts the other players, winning the game. And after this game, he was actually second in the leaderboards. However, the first place player got banned. Breaking this floor.
If you can increase your monthly income by following my stocks, why not join my WhatsApp group for free? I want to share a rare opportunity with you. You can join my WhatsApp stock group completely free of charge.
Hey guys, you know what might be fun? We should all pull our money and buy some scratchers together.
You guys go ahead.
Suit yourself. Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Scott Disick.
Dignity dollars. Martin Luther King. Malcolm X? Oh, Jussie Smollett. Give me one of the bald bucks. Piven? Travolta? Cage, I'm a winner!
Awesome. We won $123. Split 3 ways, that's $41 a piece.
John Hamm? Arnold Palmer? The third one's just a mirror. Scratcher.
Mr. Griffin, you're under arrest.
I know. Hey, I can eat 50 eggs.
You already told me that 4 times.
Okay, well, 50 sometimes sounds like 15, so I just wanted to make sure you were properly impressed.
Hey guys, you know what might be fun? We should all...
Today we'll be teleporting to our favorite Roblox game.
Crazy.
Today we'll be teleporting to our You can't win real money on replay poker, but you can feel real pressure. All right, Kate. Spill the beans. You must have a tell. This guy lost his dog that he had for 14 years, so on his 20th birthday, his wife gave him a gift that contains a collar, and the moment he saw it, he couldn't help but break down into tears. But a few seconds later, his wife leads him to the car where they find a suspicious present that contains a little puppy, and despite losing his best friend, this man...
I came to Brazil, yeah, and we see each other, yeah, and we go to the club. We at the club, we party, and we bro. I give up. What? I don't speak English. I came to
Clarence is one of the most underrated kids cartoons of the 2010s, but there's no doubt it left its mark on kids around the world in its short 3-season lifespan. Even with only 3 seasons, we got a boatload of stuff to cover today. So, without further ado, let's cover the show's history from start to end. So settle down, grab that popcorn, and smash subscribe. It's gonna be a good one.
I don't care what you say.
Before we begin, let's get some context. This is Clarence. He's a hyper-optimistic 10-year-old boy who goes to school at Aberdale Elementary, all the way down in Arizona. He also has a tendency to be a bit dim-witted. Clarence has got 2 best friends as well, Sumo and Jeff. Jeff is a brainy germaphobe who's high in intelligence and a bit high on himself as well, while Sumo is, well, he's Sumo. A bald, crazy, wild card of a kid who's as crafty as he is unpredictable. He's also hilarious to watch. There's also a bunch of other characters that we'll get into later down the line. But for now, let's jump into the show with our very first episode, the pilot. This episode shows us Clarence's first day at school after moving into town, as he gives all his classmates invitations to a sleepover at his place, where they'll bust open a mystery piñata. However, one of the students, Belson, isn't keen on the idea, crumples the invitation, and kicks it at Clarence. That is cold. After Clarence's mom says she'll be out for the night, Jeff shows up and introduces himself to Clarence, but he just wants to play along with trivia TV shows. Sumo arrives shortly after, and well, now we know how Sumo went bald. Imagine the first thing you do with a friend is shave their head. That is so strange.
That'd be funny.
Sumo and Clarence try and get Jeff in on some of the fun, but he's put off by their germs more so than anything. The rock music they played did lure Clarence's mom's boyfriend, Chad, out of his room though. He is definitely something else. After a prank phone call to the cops, yeah, that's a great idea, they bust open the piñata, and turns out the mystery was... Honestly, I have so many questions. How did they even get let them in there. The cops show up to stop a fictional flaming burglar that Sumo talked about on the phone. The boys run from being chased by the bees, and everything goes to chaos. Thankfully, though, everyone had fun. Even Jeff. In the next episode, Fun Dungeon Face-Off, the boys go to Rough Rider's Chicken, and Jeff is being a bit lame. He only wants the fries, and won't even go into the playground with Sumo and Clarence because of how many germs are crawling in there. Jeff's kids meal comes with a girl toy, too, of course. The guys start pigging out, and when Clarence tries to take one of Jeff's fries, he freaks out. Honestly, Jeff doesn't seem unreasonable here. I mean, look at how filthy that hand is. Jeff goes to the bathroom after making Clarence promise not to take his fries.
I want you to promise me. Make a solemn promise. You will not touch my fries.
And right as he does, Clarence does the unthinkable and takes the fries. He only shoves them in his back pocket, though, and hopes he can trick Jeff into playing with him. When Jeff realizes his fries are gone, he rushes after Sumo and Clarence, tossing Sumo like it's nothing, and targeting Clarence like he's about to kill the guy. The two get on top of the playground in a pretty dangerous fight, and bring it back to a slide where Clarence fesses up and shows he never ate the fries. Jeff explains he has reasons for not doing things that Clarence will never understand, but realizes just then that he did go into the playground after all. The two shake hands, which is big for Jeff, trust me, and become friends once more. As for Sumo, he ended up making a friend himself, Jeff's girl toy, but tragically, he leaves it at the playground. That's absolutely heartbreaking. In the episode of Pretty Great Day with the Girl, we're introduced to Amy, who invites Clarence on a bike ride to find which is a rock, unlike any other rocks from a certain area. That's absolutely... Can you tell which app is a trap? Google Playtag. Download apps, not traps.
Scoop, scoop, throw, throw, scoop, scoop, throw, throw.
We're introduced to Amy,
Hey, Clarence.
who invites Clarence on a bike ride to find Inerratic, which is a rock unlike any other rocks from a certain area. The more you know. They head off to find it, but Belson catches the two riding a bike together and goes to blab about it to his friend Nathan. They tell some other guys and get a gossip train going, and eventually follow Clarence and Amy, who end up discovering the Erratic. Amy tells Clarence she may be moving next year and doesn't know which parent she'll be with. And so Clarence tells her he had a time where he didn't have a dad, but now he is Chad, who, is apparently Clarence's kind of stepdad. The other boys show up and try and claim the rock for their own, with Belson and everyone else jealous of Clarence for hanging out with a girl. Amy has to head home, and so the Pinecone War is over.
See you guys later. Thanks for the battle.
And the boys share sandwiches to close the episode out. Pretty fun one. Don't know how Sumo manages to show up, considering nobody even talked to him about the girl scenario. But, whatever. Sumo's awesome, and deserves a sandwich. In the episode Clarence's Millions, we see a bit more of Aberdale Elementary, and in particular, how Miss Baker's class works. As a reward system for the class, Miss Baker uses buddy stars to punish and reward people. Clarence and Sumo have bad numbers, while Jeff has the most stars in the class. After noticing that they make his classmates sad, Clarence makes his own system to replace buddy stars, and creates Clarence dollars, which he's not afraid to hand out willy-nilly. At least until Jeff talks him out of the idea entirely. Sumo takes the excess dollars and distributes them the next day, though, and so Clarence's dream finally becomes a reality.
Nothing like going for a morning swim.
With Buddy Star's strict rules being replaced by the leniency of Clarence dollars. The next day, though, Clarence wakes up to find the school has gone rabid for the dollars. And so, Jeff convinces Clarence to flood the market and devalue the dollar to the point where it's useless. And lo and behold, it works. Chad ends up with all the money, too, which is traded for freeze pops by Sumo. Pretty good investment there. In the next episode, we meet Ashley, another classmate of Clarence. She's peer pressured by her friends to ask Clarence out.
Hey, Clarence.
What?
Do you want to be my boyfriend?
And Clarence awkwardly accepts. And so, it seems Clarence has a girlfriend now.
So I guess I have a girlfriend now.
What?
Sumo decides to help Clarence prepare for his date by getting him some clothes at the thrift store, while Jeff slings around stocking them because he's so jealous. The two force Jeff to try and make Clarence interesting for his date, too.
Says I need to download a plugin. No, right now. Yes.
Yeah, after whatever that was, Jeff hands Clarence some icebreakers, and he's off for his date. He meets Ashley at a pizza place, and goes a bit overboard for her first date. And eventually, Ashley admits she was uncomfortable with the idea to begin with. And so, the two decide to just be friends and go catch frogs beyond the school. See, that is a real date idea. In the episode Dinner Party, Clarence and his parents head over to his friend Green's house for a dinner party. The kids get their own table, and after they're done eating, they explore the house.
All right, pack your things, gentlemen. We got
got some exploring to do. But the attic is off limits. The kids and Chad, who's basically a kid, all explore the basement and eventually decide to check out the attic, which they instantly fall through. Sumo's dad figures out a way to make sure nobody but Breen's family themselves pay for it due to threats of legal action.
I don't know. Looks like some faulty construction there, Walt.
And everyone is happy, because apparently Breen's family are a bunch of jerks. Also, in the previous episode, Jeff's New Toy, we find out that Jeff's last name is Randall, in the title card of all places. It's on the return label of the box in a blank, and you'll miss it sort of thing. Also, another detail. When Jeff goes to get Sumo in the middle of the night, Sumo punches him right as he wakes up. It seems trivial, but there's a payoff. I promise. In the episode Zoo, Clarence's class goes on a field trip to, you guessed it, the zoo. And Clarence's travel buddy is Belson. They have a worksheet to do for the class and a strict schedule to follow, but Belson just doesn't care whatsoever. So he and Clarence walk off to go on their own adventure. Breen has an allergic reaction to a peanut butter sandwich, and so the trip ends early. But Belson and Clarence are left behind because they separated earlier. When Clarence, concerned with how Belson has been negative the whole time, asks him of something he actually likes, he says dolphins. And so the two head off to search for them. They find them, and the two actually bond and become buddies for a moment, before they're caught by a night guard and are picked up by Miss Baker.
He did it! I don't know the guy! He did everything! I didn't want to come here!
In the episode Dreamboat, Sumo gets detention and is referred to as Mr. Sumowski by a teacher named Mr. Reese. So, what's Sumo's real name then?
Change has to start with you, Mr. Samowski.
We then learn more about Sumo's family life, and with him living in a trailer with a pretty packed family, he's got a ton of brothers, and so doesn't get much attention. And when he realizes his dad wants a boat, Sumo decides to make one for him himself. He works tirelessly, and even shrugs off his friends to get the job done. But when he finally snaps and realizes he can't do it himself, he lets Clarence and Jeff in on the project.
Hello?
I made it sound like we were having so much fun.
I am having fun.
They complete the boat and set sail, and even float for a few seconds before it sinks. That's unfortunate. Luckily, Sumo's dad helps the guys get it out of the water, and he actually was able to bond with Sumo over the experience. That's such a sweet one, honestly. In the episode Nature Clarence, the boys, alongside Percy, the little kid who you may have noticed in a few episodes now, go on a hike to find a hot spring. And someone named Nature Kate, who isn't a fan of this guy Joshua, who's supposedly her boyfriend. A lot of names, I know. Sumo runs off, and the others are left to walk back to where they started. They find some shelter, complete with a hot tub, but Josh nearly falls off a cliff.
If you just believe in nature, then nature will...
Nature Kate and Sumo arrive and save everyone, and Josh decides he's more cut out for grocery stores than nature, and the two break up. Josh is an interesting character. He gets mauled by a goat. That's fun. In Average Jeff, we start off with Jeff's morning routine, which is a callback to American Psycho of all things.
I stay on routine, on schedule.
Good lord. I never quite connected the dots between Jeff and Patrick Bateman, but here we are. Oh, also, his last name of Randall is confirmed in this one by Jeff himself. It wasn't just some dumb detail like many may think. Anywho, Miss Baker's class gets the results of their standardized test back, with groups being set up between those who did well and those who didn't. Turns out, Jeff didn't do well, and he won't believe it. He's super unhappy in the other class, which is run by Miss Shoop, and tries to get Miss Baker to let him take the test again. But it's out of her control anyway, and so he heads back to the other class, where he finally snaps. He sneaks in while looking deranged, and just acts like he's always been there, before he's dragged out by Mr. Reese. He has an utterly crazy dream.
Check out these deals of the week at Walgreens.
But wakes up to find the binder that has the standardized test scores. We can see Clarence scored the lowest, with Sumo actually scoring a decent bit higher than him. Breen and Chelsea have the highest scores, and right in the middle is Jeff, who's perfectly average, which he's actually happy with. Too bad they go back to normal by the end of it all. Well, almost normal.
You best keep on moving.
In the episode episode Too Gross for Comfort, we get to know Chelsea, another classmate of Clarence's who's been in the background of a few episodes. Clarence brings her over to the guy's treehouse, aka the Guy Scraper. That's an excellent name. And so the others try and come up with the grossest thing possible to scare her away, with Sumo being the head of the whole campaign. They try a bunch of increasingly weird tactics, but Chelsea manages to get through each one with no challenge. The guys then start telling stories to gross her out, but nothing works. Even Sumo's story doesn't faze her, but Chelsea's story doesn't faze her.
Yo, what up, Game Fish? How are you doing?
Trying to one-up each other until they kiss, grossing everyone out, including themselves once they come to the realization of what just happened. What a weird one. In the next episode, we actually get to see what the guys look like while they're super old. They're reminiscing about when they first met, and so they basically just recap the pilot episode. This time, though, there's an added pinata song. It's a certified classic, let me tell ya.
Nothing much, making a series with your friend. Oh, cool, what kind of series? Minecraft, or like anime, or like Fortnite? That's cool.
In the same world as the Jetsons, which is even weirder. What goes on in the future? In the episode Patience, Clarence and his mom head to the doctor's office, where we learn their last name is Wendell. Other than that tidbit, this episode is typical Clarence affair. He wants candy, but his mom says he can only have it after the doctor's appointment.
It's an anime Fortnite map. It's based off anime. That's cool.
Himself while waiting, and honestly goes insane.
It's like, is it like based off of like an anime, and like the series is that you're gonna like follow the story as like the main anime? Like if it's like a Naruto themed map, then are you gonna go off like the Naruto story or not Naruto story?
And yoinks some candy as his mom, who apparently is mad that she can't get in to see anyone, drags him out. In the episode Rough Riders Elementary, the guys try a new sauce from Rough Riders, but Clarence isn't a fan. Remember the fast food place from the second episode? That's Rough Riders.
Yeah, kind of like that. Cool. That's cool.
Has going on that's bad though, as it seems they're taking over the school. Oh, and Josh is the spokesperson for Rough Riders. And my close personal friend, Josh Ilua. And yeesh, that goat.
But it's like a soccer anime.
Clarence is
that's
a fan
cool.
of the food place sponsoring the school at first, but notices something is off when Josh refers to the school as Rough Riders Elementary instead of Averdale Elementary. Did he not notice how class subjects are all food related now? Or the literal brainwashed students? Also, we finally learned Sumo's real name, which is, drumroll please, Ryan.
You might be able to buy some V-Bucks and a new controller. That's cool.
Figures out the school is being turned into an actual Rough Riders restaurant. And the way they're controlling everyone is the sauce, which, remember, Clarence doesn't like. Clarence saves Sumo before he's indoctrinated into some Rough Riders cult and escaped the school, right before Nature Kate and some other action
Because you've been having stick drift.
Yeah. This was all just a class presentation by Clarence to explain why he likes Rough Riders so much. The Ryan Samowski thing is canon, though, so at least we learned that. In the episode Nothing Ventured, Mr. Samowski and Chad decide to start a business together, and Sumo and Clarence want to invest in it so they can make money, but realize they actually need to make money to invest first.
Chad, sour cream and onion ice cream. Chad, sour cream and onion keyboard clean.
Eventually, Clarence gets an idea and goes to see Sumo in the middle of the night, who again throws punches when he wakes up. See? I told you there was a payoff. Oh, and Clarence's ideas is to get crickets, by the way. Back to Chad and Mr. Samowski, they're still getting ideas for their store, but we learned Chad was in a really weird band at some point.
Well, you gotta go. Me and your friends still have a lot of things to do. Alright, dude, take care. Thanks for popping in, man. I'll see you next time.
Samowski gives up on the store.
Peace out, bro.
Clarence decide to help put people to sleep with the cricket noise, but they have crickets in their house at night. And well, you can guess where this is going. An outbreak starts in Aberdale, and the adults start an exterminating business, before Mr. Samowski once again ditches the business. The only winners here are the roaches. In the episode Bedside Manners, Clarence goes to visit Belson in the hospital. He's got a bunch of broken bones after getting run over. Belson isn't into the visit at all. Even with a giant sub being involved. Thanks to Jeff freaking out, we also find out that Belson's last name is Knowles. And we also find out, thanks to a dream, that, yeah, Belson wasn't kidding when he said he likes dolphins. Also, another fun fact, the name Belson Knowles is actually a reference to one of the show's main writers, Nelson Bowles, Crazy, huh? Anyway, Belson was lying about getting run over too. As it turns out, it was a prank gone wrong. He was trying to change the channel through the roof while Clarence was watching a show, but he fell off, and well, now he's here. Clarence decides to prank Belson back though, and wheels him out to a fountain to get him wet, but ends up getting both himself and Belson hurt in the process. So they got a room together. Yikes. That is not fun for Belson. In the episode Hurricane Dillis, we meet Clarence's grandma, Dillis, who comes to her daughter's house unannounced. Also, she's talking about someone named Damien, who's supposedly an ex of Miss Wendell, who's also revealed to be named Mary. Again, a lot of new info to take in. Dillis is a talker, and a big one at that, and also a bit of a control freak, as she jabs a spork into Chad's hands at one point while he's holding a dragon sword. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there either, but don't question it. She scares Clarence into sleeping with his parents, and then stalks them outside.